This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Carol. Carol talks for a living, from morning till night. So she relies on Flow's crystal clear home phone service brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her in the know, and because she bundles her mobile broadband and TV services, she enjoys huge savings, so she can enjoy much more for much less. So visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Barbados Today News Update for May 12, 2016. With the details, I am Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. It's nothing but a shame. Outspoken union leader Caswell Franklin is still in disbelief at the tabling of a resolution to restore the 10% pay cut to government ministers, opposition parliamentarians and other senior public officials, charging that the government has wreaked havoc on the lives of countless Barbadians. Franklin, the General Secretary of the Unity Workers Union, tells Barbados Today the move is selfish and uncaring, and he says trade unions have no choice but to mount immediate action to send a clear message that it won't be tolerated.
The major unions in this country must feel compelled to put their members on the street to demonstrate against this abuse of power. If they do anything less, it will be a travesty. They need to put the people on the street and let the government know that we are not standing for this. I will support them. Government should be seen as making the sacrifice first as setting an example. If they cannot set an example, how are they going to ask other people to do so?
Meantime, the island's largest public sector union tells the ruling Democratic Labour Party there will be no more pay restraint. President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, sounded the warning, describing the 10% pay increase as simply ridiculous. He says if government can afford to increase the salaries of ministers and other top officials, then it must be prepared to do the same for all other public servants. Meanwhile, the Frondell-Stewart administration will in a few hours defend its stewardship in Parliament. The House is expected to resume at 3 this afternoon to continue debate on a no-confidence motion brought by the opposition Barbados Labour Party. BLP leader Mia Motley tabled the motion on Tuesday on the basis that the government had failed to effectively manage the affairs of the country. She charged that the island was now lurching from crisis to crisis, while the government remained mum, silent and comatose on issues. In other news, Caribbean gender equality advocate Professor Barbara Bailey is concerned about what she says is the continued marginalization of women in the region. Delivering the feature address at the 10th Sarah Ann Gill Lecture in the Frank Collymore Hall last night, the retired University of the West Indies Director of Institute for Gender and Development Studies said the discrimination exists despite women having increased educational opportunities. Women, she said, continue to be at the bottom of commerce and earn lower wages.
I've noticed the fact that increased access to education has not made a strategic difference in shifting the balance of power in the economic, political, and personal spheres. And women's improved positioning in these areas is yet to be realized. Yet, the underachievement of males and their pathological behaviors are often blamed on the progress made by women, with little attention paid to ways in which, in keeping with entrenched patriarchal ideologies, particularly that of the male breadwinner, Caribbean economies continue to privilege males, and they continue to dominate in decision-making arenas.
Independent Senator John Watson is not at all happy with the quality of roads being constructed in Barbados in recent times. In fact, Watson told the Senate there is a lot of work to be done on roads when compared to the way in which such infrastructure was built years ago. He made the comments during debate on Land Acquisition Act for the Warren's Traffic Safety Improvement Project, which was passed in the Upper House yesterday afternoon.
Within a year of a new road being built, you're seeing deterioration. As a matter of fact, I believe if you get heavy rains, it will also deteriorate even quicker and faster and more. And the rains would wash away big pieces of asphalt and wash away some of the layer under the asphalt. So we have to be concerned about the quality of the roads that we are building today.
In sports, tributes continue to pour in from around the world for veteran cricket commentator and journalist Tony Cozier. He passed away yesterday at the age of 75. Cricket Australia Chief Executive James Sutherland described Cozier as a pioneer and a founding commentator of World Series cricket when the game linked up with day-night matches, changing cricket forever. Now back in the region, West Indian cricket commentator Fazia Mohammed has also been remembering his former colleague.
Tony Cozier, I think his body of work is almost unparalleled. We talk about him as the voice of Caribbean cricket, but to many all over the world, he was the authoritative voice on cricket. I don't think there's any question whatsoever that Tony Cozier will go down in history as the outstanding journalist in cricket in the Caribbean, and certainly one of the best in the world that we've ever seen.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
To news from our regional neighbors, St. Lucia's opposition leader Dr. Gail Rigobert is demanding answers from the Kenny Anthony administration. She wants to know when the budget presentation and debate will take place.
The leader of the opposition, Dr. Gail Rigobert, is not happy with the delay.
I am concerned that given that the government has decided to delay this, and by the government's own admission, through the throne speech and other utterances, that in effect, investment is on hold. Business largely is on hold, while potential investors await a statement which usually gives a sense of the vision of the government for the country, the direction of the government for the next fiscal year.
That report from HTS News Force. And on the international front, Brazil's embattled president Dilma Rousseff will face trial. This after the Senate voted to impeach and suspend her over allegations that she manipulated finances to hide a growing public deficit ahead of her re-election in 2014. It's an allegation she denies. Senators voted to suspend her by 55 votes to 22 after an all-night session. Vice President Michel Temer will now assume the presidency while the trial takes place. The suspension brings to an end 13 years of rule of her Workers' Party.
I have not committed any responsibility crimes. There is no reason for the impeachment process. I don't have accounts abroad. I never received any money illegally. I am not part of the corruption scheme. This process is a fragile process. It's not consistent, it's unjust, and started against a person that's honest and not guilty.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and also like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Do have a safe and wonderful afternoon.